Greetings, insiders. I am thrilled to be here again with you for this training, talking about the way to implement. Hello, insiders. I'm thrilled to be here with you again today. I'm trying a new training format, and I would really appreciate your input if you like this interaction a bit more, that I'm here and that we can connect. It is a platform called Zoom, a webinar platform. And if you decide that you like how it works, we can then start doing live trainings in Zoom rather than Facebook Live, so that you can come up and actually ask live questions. I can bring you up in video if you're up for that. Or if you prefer the Facebook Live way we're doing things, where you can type questions and interact that way, that's also fine. The coming back and viewing at leisure will always be an option. I simply upload the training onto Facebook and you can still ask your questions as necessary. So I want to talk to you about, this is part 2 of the how and where pillars on which to build your sustainable marketing strategy. It's a pretty extensive training. We did part 1 the previous week. Those of you who haven't visited it, carry on watching, but please don't be overwhelmed by the content you're going to find here. I'm going to recap for the purposes of everybody who is new to the training, and also to help those of you who were in the training get more clarity. Always listening back, you'll pick up some more points, some interesting actions you might want to take. I've also given you a worksheet. Please make sure you've got that. You'll need it later on in the training. There's a checklist for your website and space for you to make notes of what you commit to doing in the next week. So this foundation for my marketing strategy is, so this foundation of the is the foundation for this strategy. It is the first 5 stages of this marketing strategy. Okay, it is the why, right. My marketing strategy is an 8-step marketing strategy, and you can indeed use it as a strategy for the bigger picture or to implement campaigns, because the steps are the same. You might just be looking on a small per campaign, per event basis, or indeed rolling out your marketing plan, your strategy for the next year, the next 5 years, whatever. It starts with why. And depending on the scope of the activity you're going to undertake, your why will be about so depending on the scope of the strategy, your why has got 2 components. First of all, your personal big why. Your big why is something that you plug into emotionally that drives you when things get tough. It's not a wish or a goal as such, but it is something that drives you. It's what will change your life and those of the others you impact and transform through what you're doing. Perhaps a better way to refer it is your purpose. It is what you go to when things get tough. And us entrepreneurs often come up against the tough stuff. What is it that sustains you? What is it that helps push you through? This is your personal why. And we will spend some time in future trainings exploring it, but I'm sure you won't feel the enormous value because you want some instant gratification, some instant results. So we are giving you tools to get your Facebook page performing, to get you attracting customers so that you can start interacting with them, building relationships with them, and hopefully getting some to convert early in your stages of business and working with me. So let's go to the other part of your goals, which is now about the business, your business goals. Why are you undertaking this particular strategy? Is it to achieve a small step or a big step? Are you creating a big audience? Are you trying to create brand awareness? Are you trying to get lots of new customers into your sales funnel? Or are you running a campaign that you want so many people to know about a new product you're launching? So related to this marketing goal would be objectives, specific KPIs, indicators that help you measure how successful you are meeting in achieving your objectives. So if it's a campaign, you would know how many people you want to attend. You would know how many subscriptions you want. You would know how many people you want to come into a presentation, etc. Okay, so two aspects to your why, your personal why and your business why. Then the next step of that marketing strategy is what you sell. We deal with our services or products we sell in terms of the problem we solve, not the physical item we deliver or sell or the service we give. A feature tells and a benefit sells. Unless you talk to the solutions you deliver and the needs you satisfy, you won't be successful. Features provide your customers with hints about how well your product or service will deliver its benefits. It's the characteristics, it's the physical, the touch, see, taste, smell, the processes that help people buy, the physical software, the collateral, the physical stuff you use. The benefits, however, will emphasize the things that matter most to your customer. Your customer will always ask, what's in it for me? And the emotional connection, understanding how you are impacting them, the transformation you bring them, and talking to that transformation will help you convert sales. And in order to convert a sale, you have to understand your ideal customer, the who in your strategy, better than anybody. And understanding the who, defining an ideal customer, which is all those aspects, criteria of your perfect dream customer. So everybody that's great, you pull the best of everybody together, put them all together, and that's your ideal customer. And that's the fictional character you go and study and learn more about. And you draw information from all sorts of different sources. There is an extensive training about how to study your ideal customer. And you need to know this better than anybody else. It goes way beyond the demographics, where they live, their age, their gender, etc. Facebook gives you a really useful, and it's in the worksheet for ideal customer training, all the criteria you can target. And when you start looking at that list, you realize the power of how you can target your content and your ads and your promotions to be put exactly in front of your ideal customer. But here's the thing, unless you know them, you can't go and target them. So before you start putting material out there, this worksheet will give you an idea of the type of stuff you have to study. You go to customer profiles, you go to where they hang out, online and offline, to learn to get to know them better. Once you know what makes your customers tick, from a psychological, what makes them tick, what makes their hearts pump, that's where you connect. Once you understand what that's about and you learn to talk their language, you learn to talk to their pain points, to the transformation they seek, you are going to only then be successful in your promotions. So this, then, we've dealt with why, what, and who. And then last week, or the previous training, we dealt with the how and where. And we came to the sales funnel and the early stages of taking people into your sales funnel. You need to understand how people buy and where they buy before you can come up with the tactics that puts your content, your promotion, your brand, your product, your services in front of them at the right time, in the right place. So I introduced a couple of models. The first one is AIDA, A-I-D-A. This is what you market to in each stage of ushering your prospects down to become customers. Initially, a goal would be to get awareness of your brand. You're looking for lots of people to find out about you. You're bringing it down into a funnel. You bring in lots of ideal customers. Not everyone will buy, because lots of other people are doing this too. But I'm helping you do it better than most. By knowing your ideal customer, knowing what they seek, where they are, you will put your content in the right place. And by doing that, you will get their interest. The deal is to retain their interest, build relationships, get engagement until you have a desire for them to want more. Once they want more, they start going into a one-on-one relationship with you. This one-on-one relationship is where you build trust, where you connect, you start personalizing, and lead people to take action, also known as lead conversion. This can be about a sign-up, about attending a presentation. Right at the bottom of the funnel, it would be about buying. But you need to be clear what stage you're marketing to, what action you want them to take, and where they are in your funnel as to what tactics you will put in place to get them there. The one concept I introduced to you to understand this is the customer journey. The customer journey, it comes from their perspective. You need to understand the processes they go through that has been created by the prolific amount of information available on the internet before you actually become aware of them, probably. If you're not already studying consumer psychology, you need to start considering this very deeply. People dream of things, a solution, of being better, of buying more, of upgrading. What happens when they're dreaming? How do you get awareness? This is now the combination of ADA into the customer journey. How do you get, while they are dreaming and starting to look for information, get their awareness and retain their interest? This is part of your marketing strategy. And until you understand your customer, what is going to get their attention and retain their interest, you're not even going to get them to the stage where they go to look for your information. When they get to the research stage, you want to help them make the decision to choose you. You need to be wherever they are, and you need to present information in the way they want to consume it. This is not necessarily that complex. Stick with me. I'm going to take you through the trainings, and we will break these trainings into small, actionable, bite-sized pieces as we go forward in this group. So assuming they're now researching for you and they come to the point where they want to take action and buy or subscribe or book a consultation or actually physically come to your business, you need to make that frictionless and as simple as possible. So these are the early stages of our customer journey. And you're now wondering, how on earth does this relate to the main topic we have been discussing, social media? Social media is without a doubt the most effective in terms of ROI and with limited resources for small to medium-sized business. You can do so much for free. You get to measure exactly how successful you are being. You are able to halt, pause, close promotions if they are not achieving the results you want. But folks, social media is not a solo sport. You cannot go running off alone and leave all the other marketing tactics behind. It is not the replacement for marketing. It is a marketing tactic, albeit one of the most effective ones for small business. So we are focusing on social media marketing, but as you grow, social media marketing will help you grow. Stick with me. I will show you how to do that. As you grow, you will want to integrate your marketing better to address all the tactics we have shown you in the sales funnel to get more and more people converting and more people coming into your funnel and right down to convert to customers. Okay, so social media is our starting point. It is what we use at every stage of the funnel. We just go to the next slide. You will use social media to attract people to become aware of your business, of how you help. You will use social media to engage, to keep them interested in what you have to say, so that they want to become more involved with you, desire what you have to sell, and become a customer, and then convert to sales. You want to, in this part on social media, give them the opportunity to sell with you on social media, but this is where you will have to start expanding your thoughts. People mainly use social media for dreaming, researching, then sharing experiences and sharing feedback and reviews. The actual buying and converting part of your customer journey is mostly done on your website, in your brick and mortar, or on other apps. So you can lead them there, but at this point, there has to be some integration to convert, and you've got to be very clear on converting processes that things do not fall flat here. So last week, we dealt with the top part of the funnel and attracting that big audience that you bring in to start building relationships with and start escorting down your funnel. So let's talk first, a quick recap about search. So in the dreaming stage, in the researching stage, how do people find out about you? We talked about Google. We talked about the fact that they will look for your brand website. They will hear word of mouth. They will hear your brand name. They will look for you because they've heard about you. It's important to start with a website or at least a blog. You want to optimize word of mouth through sharing. Let people find out about you, but they must be able to find you online. You need to use images and video to help search. If you label your images properly and you use great images, you use videos, you put videos on YouTube, you're going to help people find you more online. You need to develop brand hashtags and use brand hashtags, campaign hashtags. People are using hashtags to search on social media. If you want to be found, use hashtags. They are not silly, inane terms. Use hashtags that help people find you. They should be brand names, campaign names, keywords, or ideas around brands. And a blog is a very, very good top of funnel traffic generator in the absence of a website or in addition to a website. Google loves new content. Some of your audience will not be on social media. There are people that search for stories, that like to read stories. Marketing is about storytelling. Blogs are where you tell your story. If you're not already blogging, let me know if you want to start learning about blogging, if you've got the capacity to use blogging, and we'll bring blogging training forward in the program. The next part we spoke about was how you optimize search engine optimization. How do you get your content to come up when people search for your brand name or a keyword around the services you provide? This was not technical, but it deals with some of the stuff you want to be aware of, how you can help your webmaster make your content more visible. So go through this training, make a list of what you can do, meet with your webmaster, and agree with them how you can help optimize your content. One of them is definitely quality of your content. New information, stories on your blog, tips on how to use your services, solutions you provide, great images, great video. Helping your webmaster with keyword research. What are the keywords that people would use to find out about you? Go and look at this training and see some of the tips we give you about how to find the right keywords. Use social media for SEO. Here comes social media again. You need to set up your major platforms. Don't, for goodness sake, go and set up every possible social media platform. Go to the ones after your ideal customer research that you'll know your ideal customers are using. Set up profiles. Make sure you share valuable content there. Focus on Facebook. It is the giant. It is the number one. It is where your main audience is. From there, you can tweak and adjust your content to share to the other platforms. You don't necessarily want to share from Facebook, but for example, a Facebook Live video can be downloaded, can be edited, uploaded to YouTube. It's unique content. Don't just use a sharing app. Don't just share content between platforms. Every language is different, as I demonstrated last week. And you don't want to be everywhere because you won't be able to maintain all these platforms. And there's nothing worse than a dormant, dead platform because people don't know if you've closed down or not. The other great benefit of social media in your SEO is it will help you own positions in search for your brand name. So if somebody is using your brand name or keywords and you have got effective, busy social media platforms coming up in search, you will take up positions in search that will help optimize your content. We also talked about location marketing is important for SEO. If you're a brick and mortar, make use of Google Business, set up your location marketing. This will also help people find you on mobile, GPS, etc. Location marketing and many other aspects influence search on mobile. More and more mobile devices are being used in the early stages of your customer journey. Help people find you by being mobile friendly. Then your social media makes you visible everywhere. It helps people with sharing. It helps people find you where you don't even know they are. Attract people with social media by making sure the different social media platforms have each other's links so people can move from one social media platform to their favorite social media platform. And certainly every social media platform must have your website address on it for people to be able to find you. This is how you attract an audience, attract prospective leads in the early stages of your funnel, in creating awareness, in letting more people know about your business. I just want to add a couple of, sorry, I am jumping ahead. I also dealt last week, before I go ahead, I also dealt with the major social media platforms. So you have an understanding of what the majors can do for you and how to handle them. Will be a good way to understand what you are capable of doing in terms of time and content. You have to put quality out there. Don't think you can put any old rubbish on a social media platform that's not in the tone of the platform, that is attracting the audience who uses that platform and attract your brand. You've got to put quality out there, and I've given you the information about the major brands and a good place to start to know what to do next and where to go and build a profile. So we have dealt with how people search. Do they search with search engines? Do they search with social media? Do they use word of mouth? Do they go to reviews? Once you know who your ideal customer is, you are going to know where to find them and how to help your search engine ranking performance and how to put your content in front of people in the early stages of the funnel. We've also talked about which platforms they would be on. Go to those platforms and put your content out there in the right place. Next is talking to the right audience in the right tone, in the right place. You will talk to your consumers slightly different to business marketing. Tweak your content to talk the right language to the right people. Connectivity is a very interesting one. I came across a great experience a couple of weeks ago where I did a presentation to entrepreneurs and promoted a great value special to sign up for data at 199 Rand a month on a 2-year contract. Amazing value for people to do their social media and online marketing. But you know what? My audience did not want to sign a contract. So the value was great, but the contract put them off. You need to understand how people connect, where they connect, the cost of data. How long does your content take to download? How long do they have to be online to engage? One of my greatest bugbears is people having to fill in a form to engage.